Hi everyone, I'm Mark Leeming. Hope your day is going well. Now, as you can see behind me, I live out in the country, though not way out in the sticks, anything like that. That's all to say though that, at least by modern standards, I get pretty decent views of the night sky. And the other night was no exception when I let the dogs out, as I always do around bedtime, so that they can do their business. I spent about 10 to 15 minutes just looking at the stars. To the southwest, the constellation Orion was shining brightly. There was Gemini, there was Canis Major and Minor, there was Leo Major, the famous star cluster, the Pleiades, aka the Seven Sisters, that are in fact mentioned in the Old Testament, in the book of Job. And it's just not that I can identify the different constellations. I also have a mental 3D image of our galaxy, our relationship to it, and in the rest of the universe. What I mean by that is that this time of year, winter, here in Canada, when I look south on a starry night, I'm actually looking outside of our galaxy. But 6 months from now, when the Earth is on the other side of the sun, when I look south, I'll actually be looking towards the very heart of our galaxy. Now, normally, after spending time under the night sky, I'm left with I don't know how to describe it, a feeling. It's positive, okay? It's a good feeling, but not so the other night. Instead, when I looked at the night sky, when I looked at the stars, it saddened me. It grieved me. It even filled me with dread. And that's because if there's one person who I can attribute to my passion, my love, and my basic understanding of the starry skies, it was a famous Canadian amateur astronomer who I just found out sadly passed away earlier this month, the month of February. Now, this man, he had that unique ability to make astronomy understandable to a guy like me. He wrote many books, most notably a Beginner's Guide to Understanding the Night Sky. I think I was 15 when a family member bought that for me, and I took it with me as a young man when I was tromping around the globe. He wrote many other books. He wrote many newspaper columns. He appeared many times on Canadian TV whenever there was a major astronomical event taking place. And an interesting thing is that he in fact only lived about 45 minutes to an hour from my house. And gosh, it must be 10 years ago now. A friend of mine called up. He had been invited to go there, and he wanted to know if I wanted to tag along. I was like, sure. So we both went there, and this man, he gave us a tour of his backyard astronomy, his observatory, his many expensive telescopes, and we spent about an hour or so in his office chit-chatting about astronomy. Now, the reason why this man's death saddens, grieves, even fills me with dread is because unless, as far as I can tell, unless he had a deathbed conversion, he entered eternity without ever acknowledging the creator of the cosmos. This man, even though he had such a passion for the night sky, who introduced hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people to the wonders of the night sky, was unable, or more unwilling, to connect the most obvious of all dots, the cosmic dots between the cosmos and the creator. What a sharp contrast between him and King David, who lived 2,500 years ago, who penned the famous words of Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of the Lord. The skies reveal his handiwork. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they reveal knowledge. David connected the dots. He made the connection between the starry heavens, the creation, and the creator. And that's in spite of David's very unscientific views of the cosmos. Like any ancient person, he would have thought that the earth was the center of the universe, that it was flat, that the sky was like an upside down bowl with the stars lining the inner part of that bowl, with the sun and the moon being nothing more than very large disks, thousands of feet in the air above the reach of mere mortals. David had no idea that the sun, in fact, is 1,000,000 times the mass of the earth and is almost 100 million miles from the earth. That would have just blown David's mind. Yet in spite of him not having that scientific understanding, he still nailed it. He made the connection between the creation and the creator. The creation, the starry skies, It not only just left him in awe, but it left him in awe of the one who created all that. It made him want to serve, to know this God. So what about you? Do you make the connection between the cosmos and the Creator? Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.